Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a brutal, at least that is what I am hoping to do, a brutal blush declutter. I'm just going to be doing it here. I'm not going to be doing a top down or anything like that like other YouTubers do. I just got 3 or more like 4 of these big things full of blush. I have a lot of blush. I'm just going to be doing my single blushes. I'm not going to be doing my blushes in palettes. I'm going to be keeping all of my blushes that are in palettes. So I am looking mainly to get rid of powder blushes, although that is not, I'm not going to be getting rid of all my powder blushes. I'm going to be keeping some powder blushes, like for example this NARS blush I'm going to be keeping, and probably maybe this Pat McGrath blush here I'm going to be keeping, and I will be getting rid of some cream blushes. Now that being said, I do have the ones that I'm going to be getting rid of going to friends and family, so please don't ask or DM me for any of my blushes. They are going to friends and family. So with that being said, I am going to swatch, and I am going to cap this at an hour long, so this might be in parts. So because I'm going to be swatching and I'm going to be talking and I'm going to be reviewing these blushes, so hopefully I'm going to be taking breaks too during this. So I'm going to take one last coffee break before we start here. Let me put this coffee over here so it's more accessible. I have got my glasses on so I can read what they are. I've got my makeup wipes to my left and to my right of me. I've got my declutter bin, and I've got my keep bin here. I don't know if I will be counting them, but let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and get started with this NARS blush that I'm going to keep. This is in the shade Gina, and I am definitely going to be keeping this one. This is like a perfect little light shade. I really like this one. This is a powder blush that I will be keeping, so we're gonna put that in the keep bin. I do have lots of these Singe Beauty evocative blushes. This one is in Timid Tomato. This is a powder blush. I do like this for a red blush, so I'm going to be keeping that powder blush. Another powder blush that I am going to be keeping, don't worry, we will get to, this one is in, I think this one is just in Divine Rose 2, or is that 3? I think that says Divine Rose 3. A nice pink blush I'm going to be keeping. There is I do have a Pat McGrath blush that I am going to be getting rid of. Okay, here's going to be the first declutter. This is from Odin's Eye, and this is in Pink Bloom. This is what it looks like. I do love the Odin's Eye blushes, but this one is a little dark, and I just really don't use powder blushes that much. That's why I'm getting rid of my powder blushes. It is a beautiful blush, but I am going to be getting rid of it. Here we have a Fui blush. This is a nice cream blush. It is still good and going strong. It is very, very dark. What shade is this one in? This one is in Fave or Fauve. I'm going to be keeping this one. And here we have the House Labs. This is their cream blush. This one is in Glossy Cayenne. I'm definitely keeping this one. I love this one. Love this one. Definitely keeping this one. Okay, and this one is Lynx from Melt Cosmetics. I think I'm going to be decluttering this one for good. It is old. It is old, and I think I have hit pan on it. And I think this one is, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, but it is really, really old. And it's got hairs in it. And it is just a cream blush that has just gotten really old. So I think I'm actually going to throw that one in the trash. So that is it for that one. Okay, now I've got this beautiful butterfly blush from Benefit Cosmetics. And it is a powder blush, but I think I'm going to let this one go. It is a beautiful orange blush with a sheen to it. And I used to love to wear this one in the summertime, but I'm just not into a lot of powder blushes. This is the Say blush. This is a baked powder blush. This is in the shade Gracier. I will be holding on to this one because it is a baked powder blush and it is a little newer in my collection. And it's not showing up very pigmented on the swatch, but it is very pigmented, very pigmented. This is a cream blush that I think I'm going to be getting rid of. This is from AF94. It is the Playdate multi-use cheek lip color in the shade, now I'm gonna have to start wearing my glasses, in the shade First Prize. In the shade First Prize. Not my favorite color for a blush, so I'm going to be getting rid of that one. Then we have the Moira Cream Soft Blush Balm in the shade Sweet Onion. I didn't really care for these that much. I like the Merit ones better. And yeah, I don't really care for that shade that much. Not really that much, so I'm going to be decluttering that one. Another one I'm going to be decluttering is the Seraphine Botanicals Marshmallow Blush in Ballet Shoes. It looks like this. It has a cute pan embossing, but yeah, not really loving that color, that shade. I have another one of these Moira Soft Blush Balms. This one is in Oh My. Yeah, it's very similar to the other one, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, I have one of these e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blushes. I think this one is in Isla del Sol or something like that. I barely use this. Let me check the color on this. Yeah, I think I'm going to declutter this one. Just not loving this one. Just not loving this one at all. Okay, let's move on to the One Size Cheek Clapper in the shade Freaky Peach. So this is the Patrick Star brand. So we have 3 different formulas here. And they are very, very pigmented. I love this one. Love using this one. And I just love a good peach shade. And this one is such a good formula. And rich and pigmented. I am definitely keeping this one. Let me just wipe off my hands here. Okay, any of these Color Flush liquid blushes that I got from AOA Studio, I'm getting rid of. These are liquid blushes. This one is in the shade Walnut. They were good, but I just don't reach for these. Just don't reach for these. And then I have a lot of these ColourPop blush sticks. This one is in She Devil. That is a nice red shade, but I'm just not reaching for it. So this is a palette that I have. So this is the Betty Boop palette. It's a nice pigmented palette from Glamlight. Very nice, very pigmented. So I'm definitely keeping that one. And the Strawberry Shortcake one. Although I said not really loving these colors, I do love this color. So this is a powder blush that I'm going to keep. It has a little bit more purpley in it. So we're going to keep that one. What is this here? This is like a Tarte. This is like a mini Tarte blush. It's kind of like a clay. This is in the shade. See, I even forgot I had this. This is in the shade Fearless. I forgot I had this. I'm just going to set my glasses down here. No, I don't think I'm going to keep this. This must have been a free sample or something like that. Not really into the berry tones that much. So I'm going to get rid of that. These are some AOA blushes, powder blushes. This one is from the Cherry Blossom line. This one is in the shade Yokomori. They were okay, but they've kind of lost. They've kind of lost their. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter these. We have the Yokomori one. We have the Cherie one. Well, that one's still good. Okay, I'll just put it in there. Okay, this is the ColourPop blush stick in the shade Mini Me. I think I bought a bunch of these on sale. Just like with the Moira ones, I'm not loving that color. So I'm going to declutter this one. We're not going to talk about that one. Okay, I have got the Wet n Wild Holiday Foxtrot one. This was one from Holiday a few years ago. From Wet n Wild. It is a powder blush. It is a nice blush. It's a dusty rose shade, but it is a powder blush that I'm not in love with, so we are going to declutter that one. Okay, I'm going to clean my arms off and then we are going to start over, so let me take a break. Okay, we're back, and let us keep on moving. This one is, let's see, what is this one? This one is Pink Dahlia from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Let us swatch this one. Oh, this one feels really dry. Okay, what did I think of this one? I thought it was a good one. I think they have another one in another one of these that I like better. I don't think I really love this shade. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. Another ColourPop blush stick. This one is in the shade Picnic Time. Oh, I can already tell you I don't like this shade. Why did I even buy this one? I don't even know. Okay, what is this? This is from Laura Mercier, Tinted Moisturizer Blush in the shade Provence. I think I got this from an Ipsy. This is a liquid blush. Yeah, I don't think I'm in love with that formula at all. So we're going to declutter that. Then we have the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick. This one is in the shade Glimmering Guava. I like these. I like these a lot. And they have a sheen to them. And yes, I do like that color. I do like that shade a lot. So I'm going to be keeping this one. And then I have a Persona cream stick. This cream blush. This one is in the shade Jan. Now I said I don't like berry colors, but I do want to keep one berry blush. And this would be the one. This would be the one I am keeping because I do like the Persona. I do like the Persona formula. Now we have this Rare Beauty Mini in the Soft Pinch formula. This one is in the shade Joy. Oops, I got a little bit over here. I think I'm going to keep this one because I haven't used it that much. And I want to try it out some more. Okay, then we have a Moira. This is the oh no, that's not what it is. This is a Lucky Chance blush. And it is in the shade Anita. Now I do like this shade. So do I want to keep this or not? And I do like this formula. I think I will keep it around and give it a little bit of a chance. This is the Summer Fridays. This is their Balm blush. And this is the shade. This is their Blush Butter Balm. And this is the shade Dusty Rose. Right here. This is kind of a sticky formula. But I do love these shades. And these are newer to my collection. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this one. And then I have this. It is Mo Beauty. And it is one of those jelly. It is one of those jelly staining blushes. I don't think I want to keep this. It's kind of a trendy thing. I don't really like the color that it is. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Now, another blush. This is the bronzer from Bare Minerals. And this is in Kiss of Mauve. And I do think I want to keep this one. Because I do love this shade. This is a powder blush. But I do like this shade. I do like this shade. Oh, I got to put it in the wrong one. Okay, this is another one of those AOA blushes. This is in the shade Rocket. Oh, I do like that shade. This might be what I keep. If I kept one of them, this would be the one I keep. Okay, then let me clean off my fingers here and move to the other arm. I'm still on the first box, you guys. Then we have another blush stick, ColourPop blush stick. This one is in the shade Cool It. Now that is a color that I like. that is a color that I like, so I think I'm going to keep Cool It. There is another one of those Tarte mini blushes. This one is in the shade Blushing Bride. No, I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Okay, these are also Tarte blushes. This one is in the shade Lavish. Now, I think my friends will like this. Will like this shade much more than me. And this one is in the shade Shimmer. Oh, this is a highlighter. I'm going to put this over here with my highlighters. Okay, and that is one box done. One box done. And this is what we have decluttering so far. Okay, so we are moving on to this new box here. And probably after we're done with this box, we will move on. We will go ahead and cut it short for today. So let me take a break. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with these About Face blushes. I got a bunch of these on the Ipsy shop. This one is, these are the Cheek Freaks. And this is in Champagne Room. These are very nice. These are very nice cream blushes, but I think I'm just going to keep a couple. I'm going to declutter Champagne Room. I'm going to keep the purple one, which is Score. I'm going to keep Score because I like a purple blush. Then keep Score. And I think I'm going to keep Laid because that is one I used a lot. Yeah, I'm going to keep Laid. There's another one running around here somewhere. I'm going to keep all of my Rhode blushes. This one is in the shade Sleepy Girl. I love all my Rhode cream blushes, pocket blushes. Love them. Love them to death. Love the Rhode blushes. And I'm probably going to be getting rid of all of my Wanderlust, or what are they called? What are they're called? The little box blushes from Benefit. This one is just, there is just no pigment in this one for me. This is Starla. So I'm going to be getting rid of Starla. I'm going to be getting rid of Willa. Already got rid of Butterfly. I have a Hello Kitty blush from Wet n Wild. This is in Mellow Cloud, I think. Ombre, it's an ombre blush. It's very powdery. It's just a little too pink for me. I do like to keep some pink blushes. I do. But not all of them. Okay, then we have these Good Apple cream blushes where there are two on each side. These are very pigmented. This is Nymphs Grove. This is Nymphs Grove. I do not think I'm going to keep these any longer. I think I'm going to declutter them. I have a bunch of them. I got them on sale. I got them on sale when they were at the Ulta Beauty, on the Ulta Beauty sale. I just don't think I'm going to keep them anymore. Okay, then we have the Kosas Blushes Life. This is in the Hype shade. This is like a pink shade that I'm gonna keep. This is a baked formula that I love. Yes. See, this is a more pigmented pink that I'm going to keep. So I'm going to keep that one. This is another one of the evocative silk blushes. This one is in the shade Riveting Rhubarb. Riveting Rhubarb. Another pink shade that I really love. Yes, these are the pinks that I'm going to keep. Yes, and that is a powder blush. Another powder blush that I'm going to keep is the Fenty Cherry Pied. These are the Hot Cheeks. This is more like a blush lighter. So we're going to keep that one. Another, okay, let me clean my fingers off and we'll move to the other arm. Another Benefit Wonderful, I think they're called Wonderful blushes that I am getting rid of is the Pom Pom. That, is there even any? I think these are just old. I think I bought these on sale from Ulta too. They could have been old when I got them. So I'm going to declutter that. Oh, this one is one of my favorites. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. This is in the shade Pink Lilac. This has got to be one of my favorite blushes in my collection. Very blurring, very beautiful. It is. Now, it is a beautiful rosy lilac color. I absolutely love this blush in my collection. That blush is going nowhere. Okay, then we have this Give Beauty Feeling Cheeky in Flirty Talk. It is a peach. It is supposed to be a cream and a powder, but I already have that Patrick, or that one size one, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I have that Patrick Star one. Okay, this is the Good Apple one, another one of those ones from KDT Beauty. That I am going to declutter. Okay, I have another one of the Summer Fridays ones, and I'm going to keep it. This one is in the shade, what shade are you? Toasted Terracotta. Oh, we're getting into the terracotta. I've used this one. It is already messy. This is my favorite one. Yes. Yes, I love this shade. Love this shade so much. We are keeping that one. Okay, and also some of my favorite blushes are these Gucci blushes. This one is in the shade Rosy Beige. Yes, I love the Rosy Beige. Love the Rosy Beige shade. Yes, we're going to be getting rid of some of these so I can start using some of my favorite blushes again. That is part of the reason that we declutter. So I can start using my favorite blushes again. Another one of these KVD ones. This is in the shade Secret Thicket. Some of these, this one is just, these are just really thick. I do love that color though. Maybe I will keep one of these. And this is the one I will keep. Okay, I have this NARS liquid blush. This one is in the shade Orgasm. Let me swatch this, because I don't know if I've ever used this before. But I have not heard good things about these. I'm going to keep this and try it out. What is this little thing here? What is this? This is from Basma. Okay, I got this in a set last year. And this is in the shade Fuchsia. This is a cream blush. Oh yeah, I'm going to keep this fuchsia color around. Just for fun. Just for funsies. Okay, I'm going to clean up and take another coffee break, and then I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Okay, another favorite blush in my collection is the YSL Make Me Blush. This one is in the shade Nude Lavalier, number 44, Nude Lavalier. Okay, let's see if I can get this open. My hands are kind of wet from the makeup wipe. Okay, and love this color. Absolutely love this color. This is another powder blush that I'm going to be keeping. I will count up the ones that I am decluttering at the end. Okay, we're going to be getting rid. These are so old. These are the ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks. This one is in the shade Cheerio. These are just so old. I think that I am going to be actually decluttering these. Which, when I say decluttering these, I mean just throwing them away, because they're so old. This one is Between the Sheets. Yeah, this one is dried up. This one has dried up completely. This one is no good anymore. And this one is Growth Flirt. Yeah, this one has dried up completely too. So these are not good anymore. Okay, then we have a Danessa Myricks. This is the Rose and Brunch. Okay, this one still feels good. I'm going to keep this one. Okay, that's a nice color. That's a nice shade. We're going to be keeping that Rose and Brunch. Okay, and I'm definitely going to be keeping my Victoria Beckham ones. This one is in the shade Mini Skirt. Love that color. Love that color. I want to use these more. And this one is in the shade Major. I highly recommend these if you want a really nice cream blush. And then I have from Patrick Ta. This one is in the shade She Knows Who She Is. A very dark shade. Okay, this one is still good. Oh, now that, look at that shade. Oh my gosh. I have to keep this one. He makes some of the best blushes. Some of his other stuff is questionable, but he makes some darn good blushes. Okay, this is from the NYX Beetlejuice collab. This is a blush palette. I think I'm going to be keeping this blush palette. I don't know what it's doing with my other things. I think it's because it's so small. Not in love with these blushes, but this was a collab. But I'm going to keep this. Okay, this is the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the blush. This is in Night Bloom. This is in Night Bloom, and this is the one that it is very pigmented, and probably not in really the best way that I like. Not really a blush that I am looking for, so I am going to declutter that one. And this may come as a surprise. Let me wipe off my fingers here because we're moving to the other arm. This may come as a surprise, but I do not like the Armani blushes. And I am going to declutter, or I'm going to pass along this Armani blush in the shade 11. Not my favorite. The Armani Beauty stuff, I was just not impressed with any of the stuff that I tried from Armani Beauty. I tried their foundation, I tried an eye tint, and I tried this blush. And none of it I really liked. Okay, we have a Makeup by Mario cream blush in the shade Sweet Pink. I really like this color. I really like this pink. When I'm thinking of a pink, just a pink. If you tell me, just give me a pink blush, I just want a pink blush, I would tell you the Makeup by Mario cream blush in Sweet Pink. That is what I think of when I say, just give me a pink. I just want a pink. This is what I would tell you to get. So I am definitely keeping this one. This is just a mini that I have in that. Okay, and then we have About Face. These are the cheek blush brushes. This one is in the shade. I'm not that much in love with liquid blushes, except for like the Huda Beauty ones, and we will get to that in the next video. This one is in the shade, I don't know, it doesn't say, but this is what it looks like. I didn't mind these, but they weren't my favorite. But I think I'm going to keep him. I know this is supposed to be a brutal declutter, but I didn't mind these. So I'm going to keep it. What I am going to get rid of is this ColourPop cream blush in the shade Obviously. It's kind of dried up. This is from the After Hours collection. I do like this shade, but I'm not in love. I'm not in love with the ColourPop cream. Just in general, just not in love with their cream formula. I like their blush sticks a lot, but their cream in a pan, not that impressed with. Quick coffee break while we move to the Westman Atelier blush. Now, this one I haven't used in a while, but I really liked it. This one, it's in the shade Petal. And that is a beautiful blush. I need to pull this one out and use it ASAP. That is a beautiful blush. Love their packaging. Love their packaging, by the way. Reminds me of the Road blushes. Okay, now I have this Cloud Paint from Glossier. And this is in the shade Black Cherry. Now you got to be especially careful with this one. Another liquid blush. I haven't had this one a long time, but I think I'm going to keep it. Just going to keep it. Okay, we're coming down to the last ones here. Another multi-stick by e.l.f. and this one is in Bronze Cherry, one of my favorites, Bronze Cherry. Yes, we are definitely keeping this one. it has a shimmer to it that I absolutely love. Now, e.l.f.'s Camo, their camo liquid blushes, those I don't like so much. And these are the two colors I have. And they are, what are the colors? I cannot read those. Those are just way too small. I hate when brands do this, and e.l.f. is the worst. I'm going to get rid of both of these, but let me swatch them for you. We have this shade. These are just not my favorite formulas for liquid blushes. And these are just not my favorite colors either. So we are going to be decluttering that. So that's what we have there for the e.l.f. Camo blushes. I have another flea pot. This is in the shade Boy. We're going to be keeping this one. Nice corally kind of color. Okay, we have this from Moonslice Beauty. This is a powder blush that I'm just not going to be keeping. Let me swatch it down here. Just a powder blush that I'm not going to be using. So let me get rid of that. Okay, we're down to the final 5. Another Blush is Life from Kosas. This was in the shade Thrill. I will be keeping this one. These are so pigmented when you put them on your cheeks. So we'll be keeping this one. This is by Estate Beauty, and this is a liquid in the shade Sorbet. This one is kind of not my favorite. Not my favorite formula. And I'm really kind of picky when it comes to liquid blushes. I like the About Face ones. They're not bad, but this one is kind of thick. This one is kind of thick. It's gotten kind of thick, and I don't really like it. That's kind of what I don't like about these, is they're really thick. So that is what I don't like about them. And this is the AOA one in the shade, I want to say Redwood. Another liquid blush. These ones are not that thick. These ones are fine. These ones are fine. I just don't use them that much. And they sheer out nicely. They're nice. I just think someone else would enjoy them more than me. And then we have this Josie Maran one that I just don't think I'm going to use. It's a cream blush. I just don't think I'm going to use that. It's just kind of boring. It's just kind of boring. So I don't think I'm going to use that. And then we have this Milk Makeup Jelly. What is it called? Cooling Water Jelly Tint Gel. This is the the one that changes color. The one that changes color on your skin. Now, a lot of people didn't like this one. I'm not going to swatch it because it doesn't swatch very well. But I really like this one. I really like the color that you just use a little. Just use a little. But I really like the color that comes out on my skin for it. I've seen people use it and it just goes crazy on their skin. But I really like the way that it turned out on my skin. So let me take another coffee break. Let me clear my arms and let me count out how many blushes that I have decluttered, and I will get back to you. Okay, I have decluttered 37 blushes today, and there's more to come. I still have one whole box left and 1.5 boxes left. 1.5 boxes left of blushes to declutter. So we will do that either Monday or Tuesday, and we will finish out, because I don't want this to get too long, and yeah, I just don't want it to be too long. So it'll take about another half hour to get through. So we will do that either Monday or Tuesday. And yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if you had any of these blushes. Did you really like them, or did you really not like them, and all of that good stuff. And leave that down in the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please share with your friends. All that stuff. Please hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Turn on notifications, although I hear that notifications aren't always working. I know YouTube, it just is that way sometimes with notifications. I have the same problem sometimes with people I'm turned on notifications to. Sometimes they just don't tell me when they put videos out. I don't, YouTube is just being YouTube sometimes. So yeah, let me know all the things down in the comments, and I will see you later. Okay, talk to you later. Goodbye.